Hello and welcome back to the Flawless Fellows channel. I am back here with week 3 of Fortnite Weekly Win series, and yeah, it's just the next week in the series. I know what you're all thinking. He dropped 5 kills in the first game, he dropped 6 kills in the second game. We know what's coming next, and all I'll say is, without spoiling it, the number of kills I got is a prime number between 1 and 10 and isn't 2, 5 or 7. Now, if you've managed to figure out what that is, you might be like, well, I want to turn this video off, because that doesn't sound very exciting. But it's alright for a game with a few kills. I mean, I won't try and big it up too much, because it's nothing too spectacular. But again, we may have had trouble trying to bag a win this week, which I'm just going to put down to the slowly increasing standard of players on Fortnite, which is very distressing to me. But anyway, we've got a clip, we're going to go through it, we're going to talk about particularly the Endgame, where it's a bit more of a tight kind of, what do you call it, like, you know, like box fighting at the end, but yeah, it's not a really high action packed game until later on, but we'll edit all of that out, so it's not a problem. But if you are new to the channel and you do enjoy the video, please don't forget to put a like on it. And of course, if you want to keep up with more of our content, including our brilliant weekly live streams on Tuesdays, then do subscribe to the channel. But for now, let's get talking about the game in question. So as I have most recently been doing, I'm rocking the same outfit I always rock on the previous stream. So if you've watched our live stream, you'll have seen me using Corrupt 8-Ball, who for some reason I always mistakenly called Zero, because I think he reminds me of the guy from Borderlands, if any of you are a fan. But anyway, yeah, I'm back to my usual drop, Slurpee, doing my usual run. We actually have some real life action, some action going off. So in the attempt of seeking some more exciting games, I do actually run after this kill, which is ironic because the rest of the game ended up being so boring. It's also probably why I'm not winning them very often these days, because I'm probably playing more aggressive than I'm used to. Ooh, he gets his eye in eventually. Some beautiful grenades there, did absolutely nothing. Look at him, he's going aggressive, he looks like he knows what he's doing. Now, I was quite proud of locating this guy, because to be honest, I genuinely didn't have a clue. I was just taking a bit of a shot in the dark, literally, and it paid off, which you'll see shortly. I was just like, I bet the wuss is hiding in there, and he bloody was! Didn't even know. I nearly died despite picking him up, and thankfully he's dropped some heals, and my favourite reason for being in Slurpee, we're not going to have a problem. But then we literally, as you can see, we have now jumped straight back into where there's only 7 people left in the game. That's how long I was just running with nobody. It was such a quiet game. I mean, I've just spent literally the entire game harvesting up the like 1800 materials that I have. And we've got no exciting weapons. That's probably why we've come for this supply drop. We're hoping to get some semi-decent loot. Unfortunately, somebody is not going to give us the time to finish it off. I also will apologise if I sound a little bit throaty. I am on the back end of a cold, so I'm probably a bit... If I sound a little bit off, it's because I am. He's risked a mid-game... Excuse me. He's risked a mid-fight opening of the supply drop. He's got himself a purple hog. Flexing his edits there, look at that. So again, whenever I kind of box myself underneath, it's best to leave yourself a fair bit of space to operate in, just so you can do things like that. That did not go to plan. He went for the escape. I mean, it's messy. I've not made this look good, I'll be honest. But he's gone up for a sneaky heal. And he's immediately lost most of what he put on. And this is why it's good to carry so many shields. We're just slowly taking our time away from him, you see. We don't need this fight until we're healed up. And you will see, because I think, if I remember correctly, I come out of this with practically like no health. Oh no, a fair bit more health than I thought. But that big shield wasn't far off being the difference. And thankfully he's dropped enough healing stuff that we're just going to be able to get ourselves up to a nice crispy 200. Just in time. We're going to take some shields while we run with the storm. That's probably some of the worst play you'll see in this game. The main reason I like this win, and it's, well, I say the only reason I really like this win is I feel like it was quite, again, similar to last week. It was a very much like you wouldn't expect me to get the win kind of situation at the end. I had very low health after some shocking mistakes, which I believe you're about to see. So, like, you know, I had low ground, low health, and it just shows that if you don't give up, you can always pull it off. There are only 4 people left at this stage, and I've literally only seen 2 people all game. I feel like my big problem is, like, people just seem to die so much quicker now. It's like you just, before you've even done anything, you get down to like lobbies of like, what do you call it? Oh, he takes a big hit. I think that was the big error. I mean, look at this, 20 health. He's in trouble here. Yeah, it's just like before games have even finished, they've got like 50 people left straight away. It's like, what? I've barely landed and half the field's dead. We're just patiently waiting here. Let's see what the remaining 3 people are going to do. I played quite a risky play here, considering people often do try and ping you out the sky with a supply drop, because I just knew I was desperately in need of healing. I was thinking if I had any chance of winning this, it was going to be on the back of heals. And lo and behold, it gives me none. No heals to be had, I'm afraid. Just sneakily getting in the storm while we can. Ooh, yeah, got off a couple there, 93, not too bad. Don't know why that guy just apparently pretends like I'm not even in this game. Maybe he knew what health situation I was in and didn't think I'd be a threat. But now we're down to just the last 3. I did a lot of this just peppering people in the background while they try and deal with each other. They just didn't seem concerned with me, which was quite lucky because it wouldn't have been hard. And one of them randomly tries pushing me. And pays for it. Trying to gauge where they're at. I think I was thinking about third partying them while they're trying to deal with each other. And there goes the little height advantage I had gone. We're down to just metal already. Now, I must admit though, you see, most people pretty much put these endgame situations down to high ground. Like, that's, from my experience, a lot of people just play these entire games for just height advantage. and I personally find I have a lot more success just staying low. I mean, if you've got the healing items to play for health, then high ground is definitely an advantage, but I just like to just slowly hide my way down here, tunnel my way to the storm. And it means if they are stupid enough to come down and get in your grill, you've kind of got all the moving space, because you can edit your way through, whereas they can't. And hacking through metal with a pickaxe is not easy. But again, you've got like 4 rooms, all with like pre-edited walls, which resetting a wall is quite quick if you got your settings right. So I'm just giving myself the options. I can move into any one box and close it up if somebody does somehow slot their way down. And then when you run out, just got to keep your options open. So I've just opened up another 2 boxes and I've still got my box of 4. I don't really know what these guys were planning. There you go, look at that cheeky move up. Got 1 space. And straight back down. I don't know what these 2 are doing, because like, literally there's nothing between the 2 of them. And then one of them got eliminated. These weapons rained down on me. Went for an attempt there. Some poor editing there. Yeah, a bit riskier with all the swimming. Not so good on the water. I'm not. Something Flawless Fanatic seems to excel at from my experience of doing. I can't remember what they're called. Storm zone wars with him. He used to always do well on the water map, but not for me. And then he opens him up, and thankfully, low health. So, just shows never give up on the game. And there's the win. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And other than that, I'll hopefully have a better win for you next week. Goodbye.